Hi guys and welcome to another video on my channel. Last time we discussed how we use support and resistance zones to identify key levels in the markets and use these levels for us to improve our success rate on our trades. Today I want to discuss and show you how I use trends and the trend structure to boost my probability of success even further. First of all, I want to recall that markets always move in trends. We have three kind of trends: uptrends, downtrends, and sideways trends. I think the last one, sideways trends, are mostly ignored by traders because, in my experience, and in in the past, I also did this mistake. The sideways trends are really painful for traders who don't have patience because sideways trends don't show yeah, um, any momentum in any direction. The price just goes sideways and we can do much. But yeah, if you are impatient and still want to trade this, most of the times you are losing money. That was my experience. Some traders maybe are good at that, but I personally am not good at trading sideways trends. And one key fact about trends is that the probability of trend continuation is way higher than for the price to reverse. So what I want to do to boost, or not to boost my trading, but to have a high probability of success, I just want to trade in trend direction. And for that, I want to show you how I identify my trends. First of all, I will show it on a little drawing, and then I will apply my theory on the price candle paths, and then maybe you can also try it on your own trading view and tell me in the comments how you identify your trades or your trends and use it for your trading. So first of all, I have just drawn the simple up and down trend. That's what these white arrows are indicating. We have an uptrend here and obviously then a downtrend here. And how I identify my trends. So one thing is missing here. I just add another thing here. We don't know what was before that, but at first, how I identify my uptrends is really simple. Um, in uptrends, you always have higher highs and higher lows. So what does that mean? You can see the price is moving up, but the price is not moving up in one line up. It always reverses a little bit. And these higher lows are indicating or are showing that we are in uptrend because the low which is created is always higher than the low before. So these three lows are indicating, these three higher lows are indicating it's an uptrend. And to make sure we are in an uptrend, we also look at the highs. And here you can see, okay, we have two higher highs. First higher high or first high and then higher high. Yeah, that's an uptrend. So this is an uptrend, and then I will show you a downtrend. It's just the opposite of it. So you have here a low and then a lower low. So that's how the downtrends are working. And you can see here we have a high here, a lower high here, and then an even lower high here. So that's a downtrend. And then we should also um, separate major trends with subordinate trends. What does that mean? You can see here that the price is running up. So in this case, we have a major trend. But in this case, first of all, we have a subordinate trend. What does it mean? The price structure within here, within this area here. So yeah, it's a bit messy, but you can see it here. It's yes, it indicates that the price is going down, but we are still in a valid structure of here because if we draw a straight line here, a trend, a support zone, we are still above this point all the time in here. And when we are breaking this level, then we can call it a major downtrend because first of all, we have a supporting zone here which is not broken, but then it gets broken and a lower low and a lower high is formed again. Then we can also talk about a major downtrend. Before that, it's a subordinate trend, and the subordinate trend can continue in a higher direction. So just to keep in mind, not just because we are forming lower highs and lower lows, it doesn't mean that we already have a major downtrend. So the price didn't shift in here already, but it shifted when we broke below this support zone here. So just to keep in mind. And now I want to show it to you on my price chart. I just pulled up the chart I used last time for my support and resistance zones. And just to recall from last time, you can also see that we have really nice reactions on my zones I draw the last time. Here you can see the price pushed through, pulled back on my zone and pushed even higher. So just to yeah to show you to you yeah the key takeaways from last time and that it really works in real market environments because you can if you can look up or if you look up the old video you can see that's the exact same chart I used um, and I just added my drawings and stuff like uh, and stuff like that in here. So now I want to show you how I identify my trend in here. I just use the drawing tool for that. Let me just check where it is. We have way too much tools in here, so yeah, here. Okay. So I will just start with I'm now in the 1 hour chart, and I think we just take the recently formed trend here. You can see at first the trend moved down, and then we formed a low here, and then we had yeah, a reversal here. And that was what I told you before. Here you can see the move down we had was here the market was in the downtrend and then we shifted. But in my understanding, we shifted in trend over here because over here we broke the last key zone in here, the lower high, or yeah, the lower high here. We broke it here in at the 24th of June. So that's my point where I'm interested in longs, where I get interested in longs. And then we can look up where do we have another key zone. You can see it pulled into that zone and then rocketed higher. So here you can see that we already can use our drawings from last time to enter a trade. So just use that key zone to take along. That's not how you take a trade. We have some more indicators to play with or some more tools to play with, and I will show that also in the future videos of my series. I think I will call it series something like basics of technical analysis, and then you can see what is happening um, in the markets live because like I said, I used the same chart last time, and then I will just add more and more of my tools I use in this chart, and then you can see how it evolves in real time, and maybe we can, in the end, have a trading opportunity draw into the chart and look how it plays out. But this one was an uptrend, a trend shift into an uptrend because at first we had a downtrend over here. So I will just draw that also in. So you can see here we have a move down, and then we had a trend shift here. And another thing, like I also told you before, we also have the sideways trends, and I think this one is a really good one to show you that yes, you can trade stuff like that if you know how to, but you can see ch- the chart has no real direction in this case. When it broke below the range, you maybe could have entered a short here, but as long as price is bouncing between or within this range, in my opinion, there's no guaranteed or no high probability for you to land the trade. Yeah, you can short um, the upper range end or the lower range end you can long, but um, it works till it don't. You can also say that about every other strategy, but just in my opinion, sideways trending markets are not there for trading. So that's why I just when I see that the market is moving sideways, I just close my trading view and not trade for the day. Yeah, so that is how I identify my structures within the trends. You can see every trend is also yeah, every trend in a higher time frame. If we switch into a higher time frame, I will just delete these drawings. You can see my trend in the H1 chart is also part of the structure in here. So trends are parts of bigger trends or smaller trends. So you have a trend within a trend sometimes, because if you look in the M5, we also have a known trend in the M5 chart. And it's maybe not a little bit of a smaller structure here or a bigger structure if you go into the higher time frames. But just to take in account that if you have an uptrend like that, and then a lower trend like that, and then it moves up again, in the higher time frame, it's just a trend move like that. So just keep in mind that if you are more of a day trader, you can also use these smaller time frames with the smaller trend structure to trade. So that's no real issue here. But you also have to take in account that you also have to start with a higher time frame and identify the trend there, because the higher time frame trends are way stronger than the lower time frame trends. So like last time in the support and resistance zone video, just start to identify the trends in the higher time frames and then go lower if it suits you, like 15-minute chart or 5-minute chart, and then try to enter your trade there with your other tools that you are having. And if you don't have any other tools yet, I will show in the future videos how I use um, the different tools to enter the trades and yeah, to manage my risk. So thanks for watching, guys, and I hope you liked the video. If you liked it, just click the like button and subscribe, and let me know what you want to see in the future in the comments. Thanks, have a nice day, bye.